Yo, what up, guys and girls? If I have a girl viewer, I don't even have guy viewers. I don't even have viewers. I don't know why I said that, but today we are going to be reviewing a pair of pants, the Kiko Kostatinov Bindra cargo trousers. These bad boys right here. These are from his 00092020 collection, which at first glance looks like a bunch of random numbers, but the first four numbers basically just mean that it's his 9th collection, and then the last four are just the year. So this is his 9th collection, and it's produced in 2020. It's actually pretty straightforward, but if you don't know, it just looks like a bunch of numbers. Alright, before we get started, I'm just gonna go just a little bit into Kiko Kostatinov himself. This isn't like a fashion analysis or in-depth review about Kiko. I'm sure you can get that information anywhere else online from sources way better than me and more knowledgeable than me, so I'm just going to keep it at a brief summary. So if you didn't know by now, Kiko Kostatinov is a Bulgarian designer who graduated from Central St. Martin's. If you keep up with higher fashion or designers, you probably know who Kiko Kostatinov is by now. If you don't, you might have seen some of his pieces, such as his cut and sew collection with Stussy or his ongoing collaboration with ASICS. If you're into fashion, you've probably seen the name Kiko Kostatinov at least somewhere, someplace, but if you haven't, welcome to the world of Kiko, I guess. Kiko Kostatinov hasn't really been breaking into kind of the mainstream fashion world, basically like normies, I guess, but there has been a lot of hype building around his name. I mean, even Pingy the God came back after a few years to preach about our Lord and Savior, Kiko Kostatinov. Like I said, with Kiko, there's a lot of hype building. I think it's a combination of a lot of things, mainly low stock number. He's producing such limited quantities. He's got web store exclusives for his online store. His distribution is extremely limited. His more recent collections, his more coveted items have sold out like instantly. Chances are it's really hard to pick up some of his items that you want. Even worse, they rarely pop up on the aftermarket. I think people know that Kiko is building hype. A lot of his items hold value, and a lot of them actually even go up on the aftermarket for resale prices. So obviously here today I'm mainly talking about his eponymous label, Kiko Kostatinov. A lot of the work for his label is known due to his extensive pattern making, his color combinations, paneling. Most of the work that he's known for includes, but is not limited to, his interpretations on workwear and technical garments, using elevated fabrics and cuts. A lot of the influences and inspirations that he draws are from his personal life, whether it be uniforms or people doing manual labor. He also has a women's wear line that is designed by two other graduates from CSM, as well as a collaborative diffusion line. It's called Afix Works. Afix is more of a logo and streetwear inspired brand. I guess basically it's like a cash grab, put Afix on there and suddenly everyone wants to buy it. Probably the money maker for Kiko, let's be real. Another thing that Kiko is known for, aside from his collaborations with Stussy and ASICS, he's worked with a wide range of different brands. So he's not limited in one scope, but he's worked with Camper, Macintosh, and more. He's not in one lane. He's kind of broadening his audience. Anyway, enough about that. If you want to know more about Kiko, there's plenty of resources out there that's better than me, so I encourage you to go learn more about Kiko if you want to. I'm going to be reviewing the Bindra cargo trousers. This one in particular is the Phantom Black / Crow Black colorway. I would say it's a little bit lighter than a true black, so maybe in between a gray and a black, but it's still mostly black. I have them in a size 48, which equates to a US 32. The outer is 66% cotton, 31% polyamide, and 3% elastin, while the lining is 100% polyester. I believe there were 5 different colorways that were produced. There was a light gray, a dark gray, a brown, which was a web store exclusive, a snake pattern, and then a black, which is the one I have. I believe all these colorways were sold at different retailers, and also another thing to note is that they also all have different compositions, so the fabric and the feel might be a little different from pair to pair. The pants themselves are a straight wide cut. They've got a belt here with 2 buttons so you can adjust the waist. There's kind of a a looser waist and a tighter waist. They've also got a zipper going down the leg here, so you can wide open them to make it wider, kind of like a flared effect on the bottom of the leg. Another thing to note is it's got an extremely long rise, allowing you to wear them pretty high-waisted. However, what I will say is that in Kiko's models and on the runway, no one really wore it that high-waisted, so I'm not sure if that's the intent. So the asymmetrical fly and the belt loop with the buttons give it kind of a really cool look from the front, and then from the side, the shape of the pocket is really interesting, which gives it a really nice look from the side as well. Back pockets, very standard, nothing really to say here. They're just standard back pockets. 2 pockets in the back. So the pants overall are pretty, I would say, like light to mid-weight. They've got a technical feeling due to the polyamide, so it's kind of like a technical fabric. It feels really great on the body, super luxurious. The pants have got a plethora of pockets, and we've got the standard 2 in the front here, got 2 in the back here, and we've got 2 on the sides. They're all super big, so it's super functional. They all fit my phone really easily. I would show you, but that's when I'm using the film, so I can't. I mean, they're super functional, and I would hope so, because they're cargo trousers. You know, it'd be pretty weird if they had no actual utility to store things. All the zippers on the garment are Riri, so super buttery smooth. Like, I don't know. I didn't think there would be this much of a difference between Riri zippers and like say like a YKK, but the difference is actually insane. It just feels way better to zip this. It's like butter. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You can hear that. Like, can you hear that? I don't know, but I can feel it, and that's what's important. Another interesting detail with these is that they've got kind of a patch here. I don't know if you can tell. It's either like suede or felt or something. I actually don't know what material it is, but it feels super soft. I don't know if this was intentional. I'm assuming it is. But when you put your hand in the pocket and it slides against this kind of soft fabric, it feels amazing. It also feels amazing when you keep your hand in the pocket. On the black pair, it's a lot less noticeable, but that panel is colored differently on some of the other variants. However, the feeling alone is such a nice little detail. Like, I wouldn't think that it would make that much of a difference or matter, but I think it actually does. So super great attention to detail on these pants as well. One con I do have about these pants is the fact that the fly is actually a Velcro fly. I mean, it's not really a big deal. It's just kind of like, why? Like, why is it Velcro? Why couldn't they just do like a zipper or buttons? Is it because it's to the side? Like, just doesn't make sense. It does have a button closure inside, so if I were to fully Velcro these, there's another layer of added security with this button that you can put in like that. I mean, I don't know, it's just weird. Like I said, it doesn't actually really matter. It doesn't even look different, and the only person who would ever know is you. So also another thing that's weird about these pants is the sizing. So I don't know if you guys know, but in older Kiko, a lot of the sizing on his garments was actually really inconsistent because all of his garments were handmade in his studio. So there were a lot of inconsistencies with sizing. However, in more recent collections, I believe it's been fixed. However, it's like a consistent inconsistency now. Basically, every pant fits huge. Just know that going into Kiko. Personally, I would recommend sizing down one. So for example, if you're at US 30, which is normally EU 46, I would recommend actually sizing down to EU 44, which is more like a US 28. So basically what I'm trying to say is go down a size if you want kind of that straight, more normal cargo pant cut, but go true to size if you want like a wide and baggy cut and you're okay with the waist being a little big and kind of falling down. I don't know, for me, just having the pants kind of feel like they're always falling off your waist is super uncomfortable. Since they're not high-waisted, the inseam on these is also super long, so unless you're like a 6+ Chad, which I'm not, it's probably going to be like grazing the ground or at the very bottom of whatever you're wearing it on. Even if you're wearing like a chunkier shoe, it's just the inseam is so long and the pant leg opening is so wide that it's just gonna basically go down all the way to the floor, which isn't necessarily a bad look. I just wanted to mention that. Alright, so that was my review on the Kiko Pinterest. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I actually really do appreciate it. I know the video shit. I mean, I have terrible audio, I have terrible video quality. I have a Samsung phone, so you know how that goes. I don't have like a special backdrop of lights or, you know, whatever audio mic, special camera. I'm literally just filming this on my cell phone. I propped it up on some boxes in a chair. You guys can't see it. I know the editing shit as well. Trust me, I'm new to this. Hopefully this all gets better in the future, you know? Maybe I become better at editing in the future and it doesn't take me 10 hours to make a video. Or maybe I just stop and I never